Jesus identifies himself as I am. Imagine standing before someone who says, "Before Abraham was born, I am." What would you think? Was this person delusional, or could it be the voice of God himself? The statement is bold, breathtaking, and unmistakable. It was Jesus who said this. But why would he use such powerful words, words that directly tied him to God's identity in the Old Testament? The encounter with Moses. In Exodus 3, we find Moses tending sheep in the wilderness when he sees a miraculous sight. A bush engulfed in flames, but not consumed. As Moses approaches, God speaks to him from the fire, saying, "Moses, Moses." Exodus 3:4. God reveals his plan to rescue his people from slavery in Egypt and calls Moses to lead them. Moses, overwhelmed, asks, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" God reassures him with a promise, "I will be with you." Exodus 3:11-12. Still hesitant, Moses asks a critical question. What is his name? What shall I tell them? Exodus 3:13. God answers with a declaration that has echoed through history. "I am who I am. Tell the Israelites, I am has sent me to you." Exodus 3:14. In this moment, God reveals his eternal, self-existent nature. He is not defined by time, space, or any limitation. He simply is, the great I am. Jesus declares, "I am." Centuries later, Jesus stands in the temple courts, teaching a crowd. The religious leaders, angered by his words, challenge him about his authority and identity. Jesus speaks of Abraham, saying, "Your father Abraham rejoiced at the thought of seeing my day. He saw it and was glad." John 8:56. The leaders, incredulous, respond, "You are not yet 50 years old, and you have seen Abraham?" John 8:57. Then comes the statement that changes everything. Jesus declares, "Before Abraham was born, I am." John 8:58. In this moment, Jesus claims the very name God gave to Moses. He identifies himself not just as a teacher or prophet, but as the eternal, self-existent God. The leaders understand the gravity of his words. To them, this is blasphemy, a man claiming to be God. They pick up stones to kill him, but Jesus slips away because his time has not yet come. Why it matters. The statement "I am" isn't just about who God is, it's about who Jesus is. By declaring "I am," Jesus ties himself directly to the God of the burning bush. He is not merely a messenger of God, but God himself, stepping into human history to rescue his people, not from physical slavery, but from the bondage of sin and death. This truth is affirmed throughout the Gospel of John. Jesus says, "I am the bread of life." John 6:35. "I am the light of the world." John 8:12. And "I am the way, the truth, and the life." John 14:6. Each declaration reinforces his divine identity and his mission to bring life and salvation. Reflective engagement. Think about the significance of Jesus' words. If Jesus wasn't God, how could he dare to use the sacred name, "I am"? Could any mere human claim to be eternal, to have existed before Abraham, and to be the source of life itself? No prophet, no teacher, no leader has ever made such a claim. Only Jesus, fully God and fully man, could speak these words with truth. The takeaway. The story of I Am is not just about identity, it's about relationship. The same God who revealed himself to Moses reveals himself to us through Jesus. He is not distant or unknowable, but present, personal, and powerful. Jesus' declaration of I Am invites us to trust him as Lord and Savior, the one who was, who is, and who is to come. Call to action. Jesus' claim to be I Am demands a response. Will you accept him as your Lord and God? If this story has inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear about the eternal I Am. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Bible stories that reveal God's truth and love. Let the words of Jesus echo in your heart. Before Abraham was born, I am.